Welcome back, you lucky people. I'm here to teach you. So we're gonna do a differential support for this because Ford, in their infinite wisdom, and they're hiring all these 18-year-old engineers, they got rid of a mounting bolt on the rear diff. And now people are braking. So now there's another mount thing that you can buy aftermarket, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna show you. Let's do it. Step one, jack it up so you can get underneath the car. This version of the Explorer has the two bolts, the two mounts here. So we couldn't really do it the same way. So this little bracket on a 3-bolt, you can hold this nub, fish it up and drop it down so you get the threaded piece in here, you know. On this one, we had to go the opposite way. So we fed the tab part in first through this hole and got it to go in, and then twist it, and then got the leg to come out. So you're just gonna have to finger bang this a little bit to figure out what works for you. But you need to get this in with the tab facing the left side here. So the way this entire mount goes, it has standoffs here. So when you take this bolt out and that bolt out, this bracket sits like this, and then it mounts to those pieces there. This is what it looks like from the side. So the bend on this top piece is towards the rear of the vehicle. Go on Amazon, you're gonna need a set of these star wrenches because Ford wants to use the star wrenches to do the bolts on the diff. This was like 12 bucks, I think, for 4 wrenches. Something like that. Remove this and this one with the E18 wrench. You need to jack up the bottom of the diff right here in this corner. And then when you take the bolt out, you got to go up and sort of flick it up. These threads are insanely long for what we're going into. So I'm going to take and hack off the very first thread plus all this garbage on the top. So here's the two side by side. I only took off like a thread and a half plus that junk on the top. I deburred it, test fit it, goes in good. Now we're gonna install this guy, and the first one we're gonna deal with is getting this bolt in through here and started into the diff, and ignore this one because this is the hard one that's up in there. So let's see how this works. We probably need to do something like feed it through like so, lift it up and feed it in. There we go. So get that one in as far as you can get it by hand to where it's almost touching, because once you try to do the wrench, you can't use a socket, so you have to have, you're gonna get like 10 degrees of motion every time. You're gonna get one tooth. So now let's get this one in. You want everything to be together loosely, right? So this isn't loose. This bolt on the other side is loose. These are threaded but loose. So there's a gap up here and everything wiggles, right? Now you can feed through this center bolt. You might need to flex it a little bit, play with it. Anyways, feed the bolt through, get everything loose, and then we'll start by tightening these two up here. Then we'll tighten the ones on the diff, and then we'll finally at the very end tighten this one here. I had to spin jack the diff up a little bit in order to get it to line up, so it did take some pressure off of the bushings up top. But I'm going to finish tightening this one. I'm going to pound this through so I can actually get my socket on, and then I'll tighten this one down. These are now tightened down. This is pushed all the way through. I took the pressure off of the diff. There's no more jack on it. And now I'm going to go through. I'm going to tighten this one first, and then I'm going to tighten the one on top. When I was tightening this guy at the top here, I had to start from inside, come down. Then I had to start here and bring it over. Then go back up here, come down because the exhaust is in the way. So it is what it is. Have fun with that. These are tight here and here, and these are tight here and here. Lastly, we're going to tighten down this guy here. Everything is gut and tight. That's German for really damn tight. And looks good. I guess we'll see how it feels on the road. Definitely must have took some pressure off this guy. And yeah, pretty simple job. You just got to have the right tools. Like I said, you got to have that wrench, and you got to have some common sense when putting it together. So as long as you start everything totally loose, then it'll move how you need it to move. And then tighten, getting these in tight first, then this and this, and at the very end, this. Thanks for checking out the video. Hopefully this helped you out. Do this yourself. It's easy. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Till next time, wrench on.